Hi students, good morning. So today we are discussing the balance of the chapter Magnetic Effects of Electric Current. So in the previous class we discussed main topics like magnetic field, isn't it? Also the field lines of the lines of force, and one experiment, there is a Oersted experiment which shows that what is a current carrying conductor always behave like a magnet. Then we move to the activity to how to draw this field lines around a bar magnet. We use two methods. First one is the mapping of magnetic field or by using a compass needle, and the second one is by sprinkling iron fillings on the cardboard. And these are the two ways by which we can plot the magnetic field lines. Also, we explained the properties of lines of force or the magnetic field lines. You know that first is as they start from the north pole of the magnet and ends at the south pole. Then second one is they are continuous curves. They form closed loops, and inside the bar magnet it will move from south to north. Also inside the bar magnet the magnetic field is uniform. It can be indicated by using parallel lines. Okay, then they never intersect each other, and if they intersect it means that two directions are possible at a particular point, and it is not actually possible. The tangent drawn to the field line will give you the direction of magnetic field at that point, isn't it? Then the strength of the magnetic field is given by the closeness of the field lines. That is, you can see at near the poles the magnetic field lines are very much closer, which indicates the strength is very large. And when it goes away from the bar magnet, the distance or the gap between the field lines also increases, which shows that as it is getting weaker and weaker. So that's all we studied in the last class. And now we start with an activity. Okay, we start with an activity in which we are using a copper wire, a straight copper wire. It is connected to a battery. As we already said, when a current carrying conductor is there, it will behave like a magnet that can be identified by using a compass needle, isn't it? Here also we are doing the same experiment, but what we are noting is we are changing the direction of electric current, okay, by reversing the battery, the terminals of the battery. You know the direction of current is always from positive terminal of the battery to negative terminal of the battery. So first case we will use in one way, then we reverse the battery so that the direction of current is reversed in where? In that copper wire. Clear? Then we will place a compass needle above this copper wire that we performed in the Oersted experiment, and at that time we can see that if there is any change in the deflection of the compass needle. That is, when we are reversing the direction of electric current, is there any change in the deflection of the compass needle? That is what we are noting with the help of what? An activity. Okay, so let us move to the activity. So here, as you can see, I took a copper wire, a straight copper wire. Okay, let it be XY. Clear? Then the battery is connected like this. That means the current flows in this direction, isn't it? That is from positive terminal to the negative terminal of the battery. So the current flows like this. That is from X to Y the current is flowing. Okay, that is, here it is north, south, east and west, isn't it? So we can say that is flowing from north to south, isn't it? The current is flowing from north to south. Now, when a compass needle is placed here, that is overhead. If suppose this is the XY or the current carrying conductor, this is like this, placed like this. Now I placed a compass needle above this copper wire. that we can say as overhead. Okay, so the compass needle is overhead of this copper wire. Now, when the deflection is noted, it is seen that the compass needle deflects towards the east. Clear? When the current flows in the direction from north to south current direction, the compass needle deflects towards the east. Where does the compass needle placed? As it is placed overhead of the copper wire. Clear? In the second case, I reversed the direction. That is, I connected like this. So what will happen to the direction of electric current? It will flow from Y to X, isn't it? It will flow from Y to X. That is, I can say from south to north. From south to north. The second case is south to north, the direction of current. And at that time, it is seen that the needle deflects towards the west. The needle deflects towards the west. Okay. So that is the second condition or the second activity. So what can you conclude from this? Yes. If the direction of the current is reversed, what will happen? The direction of the magnetic field is also reversed. It depends upon the direction of the current. When the current is reversed, the magnetic field, the direction of magnetic field also get reversed. Okay. Now listen, you can study with the help of a code. I usually give a code in this context. That is snow. Just remember this snow. Look here. From south to north, the direction of current. Overhead, west. Clear? Our second activity. From south to north, direction of current. How the compass needle is placed? It is placed overhead of the copper wire. Then the needle deflects towards the west. Okay? So S-N-O-W. If you know this code, you can remember one case so that you will be able to explain the second one. Clear? So if it is from north to south means it will be east. Understood? So this is an activity which is used to explain that the direction of magnetic field will change according to the direction of current. If the direction of current is reversed, the direction of magnetic field also get reversed. Okay. Now we will move to another activity which explains the magnetic field around a straight current carrying conductor. If you are using a straight current carrying conductor, surely there will be magnetic field developed around it, isn't it? And we have to plot the field lines. We have to understand how the field lines are formed around the straight conductor. That is what we are going to discuss with the help of another activity. It is also very important and it's very simple too. And also we have to study what are the factors on which the magnetic field of a straight current carrying conductor depends. When we are using a straight conductor and we are switching on the key, the current flows through it and it will act like a magnet. So surely there will be magnetic field around. Okay. So first of all we will understand how the direction of magnetic field is depending upon the current and what are the factors on which the magnetic field depends. Okay. So shall we move to that? Okay. So let us move to the activity to find how the magnetic field lines are occupied around a straight current carrying conductor. Okay. So our topic is magnetic field for a straight conductor. For doing this activity, what all things we need? First one is cardboard, a rectangular cardboard. Okay, and second is iron fillings. Next is battery and a key. Okay, so what you are doing is, first you will take the cardboard, then you will insert a conductor through its center by making a small hole. Okay, suppose this is your cardboard, okay, and this is your straight conductor. What will you do? You will insert the conductor through its center. Okay, through the center you will insert and you will place like this. Clear? Then you will connect the end to a battery. One end, the figure is given in your textbook, one end to the one terminal of the battery and next terminal connected to the key, and then it is completed here. Circuit is completed at this end. Then some iron fillings are spread over the cardboard. Here you can see this conductor, this straight conductor is actually perpendicular to the cardboard, isn't it? The straight conductor is actually perpendicular to the cardboard. It is making 90 degree with the plane of the cardboard, isn't it? So when you are sprinkling the iron fillings and when the current is allowed to pass through the conductor, what you observe is that, so this is your rectangular cardboard, then you place what? Straight conductor through the center, then it is connected to a battery. Clear? Then a key connected here. So you can see that the current is passing in this direction, isn't it? From positive terminal. So current is passing downward. Clear? Then what you are doing is, you will, when you allow the current to pass through it, you can see the iron fillings will arrange themselves like this, like concentric circles. Okay, so iron fillings will arrange around the straight conductor or the straight wire in the form of concentric circles. Concentric circles. And what does these concentric circles represent actually? As these concentric circles are actually giving the direction of magnetic field lines or magnetic field around this straight conductor. Understand? So around this straight conductor, if you can see the concentric circles, these concentric circles are actually the magnetic lines of force or the magnetic field lines. Okay, so what is the shape of the magnetic field lines around a straight conductor? Yes, it will be concentric circles. That's a one mark question. And what about the activity? Yes, you need a rectangular cardboard, then a straight current carrying conductor, battery, then key. When the current is allowed to pass through the straight conductor, before that you have to sprinkle some iron fillings on the cardboard. When the current is allowed to pass through it, what will happen is the iron fillings will arrange in the form of concentric circles. And what does these concentric circles represent? It represents the magnetic field lines. It represents the magnetic field lines. So what is the shape of magnetic field lines around a straight conductor? As it will be concentric circles. Okay. Now another question is, so two questions you got. First one is the activity for this. Second one is the shape of the magnetic field lines around a straight conductor. Then the third question is, on what all factors this magnetic field depends. That means if we want to find the magnetic field at this point, on what all factors it depends. To understand more about that, first of all, you can increase or decrease the amount of current. You can increase the current or you can decrease the current. By increasing the current, we can see the iron filings will arrange what concentric circles around the straight conductor in such a way that they will align itself like close concentric circles. Understand? Because the strength gets increased. And as a result, why? Because the current is increased. Okay, as the current is increased, the strength of the magnetic field is increased and the lines will get closer and closer, more lines are formed. Understand? Then, as the distance increases, you can see the concentric circles are forming like this. That means as the distance increases, what will happen? The strength of the magnetic field is reduced. The strength of the magnetic field is decreased. Okay. So at a point, actually the magnetic field at a point depends upon the amount of current and the distance between that point. Okay. Distance between that point and the center, you can say. Distance between at that point and the center means in the center you have the conductor. So this conductor and the point is also a factor. Because as the point increases, what will happen? The strength decreases. So the magnetic field lines will be formed apart. Okay, there will be larger distance or gap between the field lines, circular field lines, magnetic lines. Clear? And if you are increasing the current means more amount of field lines are produced, which indicates that the strength of the magnetic field is increased. If you are decreasing the field or decreasing the current means the field also get decreased. Okay, so we can say that the magnetic field at a point depends upon two factors. First is the amount of current flowing through it, and second is the distance between the conductor and that point. Distance between the conductor and that point. You know that in the case of bar magnet we studied that as the field lines are closer enough, the strength will be increased. So here also when the point is closer to the conductor means the strength of the magnetic field will be more. Isn't it? If you are considering a point at a larger distance from the conductor, what will happen is the strength is decreased. The magnetic field lines will be at a larger distance apart. Weaker. The field gets weaker. Understand? So the two factors are, which are the two factors? First one is the amount of current passing through the conductor, and second is the distance between the conductor and that point. Clear? Activity is clear for you? So for what purpose we are using this activity? Yes, it is used to find the magnetic field around a straight conductor. What is the shape of the field lines? Concentric circles. What are the factors on which it depends? First one is the amount of current. If you are increasing the current, magnetic field also gets increased. If you are decreasing, magnetic field gets decreased. Second is the distance from the conductor to that point. If the point is at a larger distance, magnetic field is decreased. It can be clearly observed with the help of the field lines. Okay, as the distance increases, the gap between the field lines also increases, which indicates that the magnetic field is getting weaker and weaker. Okay, so this activity you have to study. It's very important also. And from this activity, after this activity, a rule was introduced. Again, another important topic. The rule is called right hand thumb rule. What is that? Right hand thumb rule. In this chapter, you have to study 2 or 3 rules. So, study the rule properly. Okay, before studying the statement, first you have to understand for what purpose this rule is there. Because each rule has a purpose. Each rule is used to describe a particular physical quantity. Understand? So here we are using the rule right hand thumb rule. So as I told, this right hand thumb rule is used to describe the direction of magnetic field. So if a question is asked like name and state the rule used to describe the direction of magnetic field, what will you say? First you have to name the rule. What is the name? As it is right hand thumb rule. Okay, don't get confused. In the question, normally students make mistake like name and state. First you have to name the rule, then you have to give the statement. Statement I will give you now. So, right hand thumb rule is used to describe the direction of magnetic field. Okay, now I will say the statement. So the rule is, if your thumb of the right hand indicates the direction of current through the conductor, then the wrapped fingers will give you the direction of magnetic field. Very simple, and just understand the rule. Okay, this is your conductor, straight conductor. You are holding like this. You are holding like this. You have to use your right hand. Okay. Now listen. If this is your thumb, right? Thumb points in the direction of current. That means in this case, what is the direction of current? In the upward direction. Isn't it? The direction of current is in the upward direction. So according to the rule, if the thumb points in the direction of current, then you can see the curled fingers, isn't it? The other four fingers are wrapping this conductor. Then the wrapped fingers will give you the direction of what? Magnetic field. Understand? If the thumb points in the direction of current, then the wrapped fingers will give you the direction of magnetic field. That means, you can see here, if the thumb is like this, so this is the direction of what? Current. The current is in the upward direction, isn't it? So what about the magnetic field lines here? You can see like this. The magnetic field lines are going like this, isn't it? Magnetic field lines are going like this. Anyway, you understood that for a straight conductor, always the magnetic field lines are concentric circles. But there you have to mention the direction also. That is, if the magnetic field lines are like this, concentric circles. This is your straight current carrying conductor. Now the current is in this direction. So what about the magnetic field lines? Yes, this is moving like this. That is which direction? Anti-clockwise direction. Isn't it? Like this it is moving. Clear? This is called clockwise, right? In this way you are drawing means this is clockwise and this is anti-clockwise. So in the upward direction current, then the wrapped fingers will give you what? Is the direction of magnetic field. Now, if I am holding like this, listen, if I am holding like this again, so what will happen? Is the direction of current in the downward direction. Direction of current is in the downward direction. Now you can see the fingers wrapping around this is moving in this direction. Okay, that means if the current is like this, the magnetic field will be in the clockwise direction. Okay. Now if the conductor is like this, in this direction, so this is the straight conductor, current carrying conductor in this direction. So the magnetic field lines will be in this direction. Okay, you can put the arrow like that. Now if this is like this, the magnetic field lines will be in the inward direction. Understand? So in any way, the question can be asked. So you should be flexible with that. You have to move according to that. You have to move according to that diagram or the given statement. If the conductor is facing towards the north, what about the direction of magnetic field? Or if the direction of magnetic field is given, you have to find the direction of current. So in any way the questions can be asked. Okay, so what about the statement? If your thumb of the right hand indicates the direction of current through the conductor, then the wrapped fingers will give you the direction of magnetic field. So the thumb always indicates the direction of what? Current. Okay, then the wrapped fingers will give you the direction of magnetic field. Clear? So this is the right hand thumb rule. Right hand thumb in this way or this way, anyway it can be used. So according to the question you have to change yourself. Rule is same, but the direction, according to direction of current, the magnetic field, direction of magnetic field also will change. So be careful with that. It's one of the simplest rule in this chapter. We have to study 2 more rules. So be clear with this. This is used to find the direction of magnetic field. Understand which rule? Right hand thumb rule. Clear? So for a straight conductor, the magnetic field lines are concentric circles and the direction of magnetic field can be found out with the help of right hand thumb rule. Okay? So I hope today's class is clear for you, and especially in this chapter so many activities are there for you. Okay, so go through each and every topic of your textbook, read it clearly and thoroughly. Okay, make the concepts clear. So have a nice day and thank you.